I've been trying for over a decade now to achieve that elusive work life balance or any kind of feeling of balance. I thought that if my life was in balance, each part of it, each thing that I did would take up its appropriate amount of space, and each part of my life would somehow fit together like a beautiful puzzle, supporting one another and making my life complete. Well, isn't that a beautiful load of garbage? I've come to the conclusion at nearly 34 years old that work life balance is a pretty little myth that we tell ourselves so we can feel like we can do it all. Yes, you can have a career, a family, a social life, a hobby, a clean house, a side hustle, a workout routine, home cooked meals, a volunteer project, and an insert your next idea here. You just need to learn how to find balance. Garbage. You can't do it all. At least not all at the same time. But if you're anything like me, you want to do it all. Or at least you want to do a lot of things, and you don't want to actually feel like hot garbage while you do it. Over the years, I've really benefited from thinking about a different way to do all the things. I think about doing them one at a time. Instead of keeping all the things in balance with one another, I think about focusing on just one at a time and just juggling the rest. So today I want to talk juggling. I actually Googled the steps of learning to juggle in hopes that they would help me to articulate this a little bit better. And I'm going to use the internet's advice to help me break down for you steps for juggling life. So here we go. Step 1. Choose the right balls, or don't start with balls at all. Maybe you start with scarves because they're lighter and they give you a little more time to think. Maybe you start with bean bags because they're easier and they give you some time to work on your skills. Make sure that you're choosing activities and responsibilities to be a part of your life that are a good fit for you, that bring you joy, that honor what you believe in, that make you feel strong, that provide resources for your life. Set yourself up to learn to juggle well. Step 2. Start with one ball and practice until you're consistent. I don't know about you, but if I were to pick up 5 balls and try to throw them in the air all at once, they're going to be rolling around the floor in seconds. Instead, I'd probably learn to juggle better by throwing one ball back and forth for a bit, getting used to the pace, the arc, the way it feels in my hands. When I can confidently toss that one around, it'll be time for me to add more. So maybe it isn't the time to add a side hustle until your current projects feel easy. Maybe you're starting a huge house project during the holidays, and that's going to be tough to manage. Maybe you want to get up 15 minutes earlier each day before trying to get up an hour earlier. Set yourself up for success. Step 3. Add more balls slowly. Here's the thing. You can only throw the second ball once ball 1 is in the air. You're not balancing here, and you're not multitasking. You're doing one thing at a time, and you're switching back and forth. It's okay to give one thing at a time your focus. You'll do that thing with your whole heart, and let yourself toss the other one away for a little bit. It will come back down to you when it's time. My favorite tip at this step: adjust the height if you don't have enough time to catch the next ball. Toss one away a little higher. Toss it up for a little longer if you need more time to focus on something. Give quick little tosses when you're in the zone and you're ready to hustle through. Each day of juggling doesn't need the same amount of balls or the same amount of height. Adjust your juggling practice based on the needs and the abilities of that day. Step 4. Practice, practice, practice. Did you wake up this morning able to juggle 5 flaming clubs? Me neither. Can you easily juggle 3 bouncing balls? I could for maybe about 2 tosses. But could you swap 2 beanbags back and forth right now? Sure. Well, that's where we're starting, and we're going to move up from that. Give yourself the grace to practice, to drop, to pick up, to practice, to change materials, to change heights. to practice. Let yourself make a mess. Change jobs. Change relationships. Throw out everything in your house and start fresh. Try something new. Change what you eat. Add a project. Say no. And keep practicing with what you have. Like all things, juggling will improve with practice. Now, just a few more tips while we're on this topic. Always look up. Keep your gaze soft and your eyes centrally located. It's easier this way to see the big picture. Use balls that bounce. It feels better that way when you drop them. And you will drop them. You will mess up. And when you do, pick them back up and start again. While you're juggling, know your limits. Know your own limits and how many balls are best for you. Not comparing yourself to others around you. You might be juggling 2 beanbags and look over and see someone else juggling 5 flaming clubs. And that's not a fair comparison for you. You don't know how long they've been practicing for, what their physical capabilities are like, or what their clubs are made of. You can only juggle materials that are a good fit for you. You can do all the things you want to that are aligned with who you are and what are for your life. Sometimes you'll just do one thing more than another. And sometimes you'll feel like you've dropped everything. And sometimes you'll have to set something down simply for the reason that it's too much to handle right now. And that's okay. Keep practicing and keep your eyes up. Even you can learn to juggle. Thank you so much for listening to Be Well with Steph, the podcast. When there are a million things that you could be doing, I appreciate your choosing to hang out here. And I am proud of you for continuing to work on your own wellness journey. I invite you to head over to BeWellWithSteph.com for the details from this episode, my blog, upcoming events, and lots of other resources. If you enjoyed today's show, I'd love to hear from you. I'm Be Well with Steph everywhere you like to hang out on social media, so come on over and say hi. Until next time, my friends, be well.